Hello everyone and welcome to Galaxy 89 Cars. Today, thanks to the team at Lexus Guildford, I'm bringing you an in-depth exterior and interior tour of a 2018 Lexus LS 500 Hybrid. The LS 500 Hybrid is the flagship of the Lexus range, and although Lexus are already known for their attention to detail, this new model comes in with levels of design and craftsmanship never seen before at Lexus. This model is the 5th generation LS and comes after 5 years of tireless work to craft a machine that effortlessly combines engineering, comfort and luxury. There are 4 spec options available, from the base LS 500 Hybrid to the LS 500 Premier via the Luxury and F-Sport. A fully spec'd Premier, for which this model is, has a total curb weight of 2,425 kilograms and is 5,235mm long and 1,900mm wide. To look at the engine, we need to find the small lever inside the car that opens the engine lid. Centrally, there's a catch that needs to be pushed to the left. Once raised, the lid is supported by 2 struts. The engine is seated quite far back, just over the front axle. This new LS 500 Premier shares its powertrain with the LC 500 Hybrid, a front-mounted 3.5-litre petrol V6 that produces 295 brake horsepower and 350 Nm of torque. This is coupled to a front electric motor that is powered by a new 310-volt lithium-ion battery that comes in to replace the nickel hydride batteries of the past. The electric motor produces 177 brake horsepower and another 300 Nm of torque. However, the total system output for this LS 500 Hybrid is 354 brake horsepower. This output produces a 0 to 62 mph or 100 km/h time of 5.5 seconds and a limited top speed of 155 mph. Impressive times for a car that's over 2 tons. At the rear, there are 2 concealed exhaust outlets, one on each side. The car sits on 20-inch front and back multi-spoke dark chrome alloy wheels with run-flat tyres, which are the only stock option available. The suspension setup is comprised of multi-link suspension at the front and rear, with coil and air damping. Braking is provided by front and rear ventilated discs, 400mm at the front and 335mm at the rear, with a front regenerative braking system. Now we've completed the model overview, we can start the exterior in-depth tour from front to back. The front of the new flagship does not miss out on the more angular dynamic design language found across the range. Centrally, we find the new large black spindle grille that is becoming a characteristic feature of modern Lexus. On either side of this, there are smaller lateral air intakes with sweeping lines above. Sitting centrally in the spindle grille is a Lexus logo with the front park assist camera. Above are the new, more powerful lights. They are comprised of 3 main beams surrounded by Lexus L-shaped aluminium surrounds. These are underlined by ornate fanned LED daytime running lights running out of a more typical sweeping sequential LED indicator bar below. Above is the long bonnet with the wide front arches and dynamic lines that sweep backwards. Now running along the side of the car, we find the extended teardrop-shaped, flowing chrome window surrounds. Next are the heated, auto-dimming, auto-folding wing mirrors with reverse assistance, blind spot assist and side indicators. These have cameras below to assist the 360-degree park function. Below are chrome strips that help to break up the side of the car and create a more defined side skirt area. Above is the electrically adjustable sunroof, and behind this a shark's fin antenna. Below we find the long, chrome door handles, which are fitted with white LEDs that illuminate from behind at night. Behind and on the left side is the fuel tank flap for the 82-litre fuel tank. The car is claimed to produce a combined MPG of 39.8. Below, the chrome side strips run back to connect the side and rear of the car. Now at the rear, we first find the revised light complex on either side. These are constructed from a far more intricate LED-based design, formed in the shape of the Lexus Ls, with the reversing camera found centrally under the chrome boot strip. At the very bottom there is another chrome strip, with reflectors and small grille areas above and on either side. Now we've finished the exterior tour, we can move inside. The LS 500 Hybrid is equipped with a standard smooth Lexus key with buttons for lock, unlock, and to open the boot. The door handle opens outwards and the car lifts up gradually to enable easier entry in what Lexus call their Omotenashi welcome. The Takumi Craftsman finished interior is upholstered in white and dark red semi-aniline leather with artwood organic inlays. We can start the interior tour with the doors. The top of the door starts with the lock indicator and a smooth leather section that runs forward to a demist vent. The hand-pleated section below is followed by an artwood insert, the seat memory controls and smooth door handle. There is a large floating armrest below which features the electric window and mirror controls. It is connected to the main door panel at the front only, with illumination coming from above. At the bottom is a sizable storage area and the first speaker, part of the 23-speaker Mark Levinson HD system. Now moving to the left, the sill isn't high nor wide. It is topped with a brushed aluminium Lexus sill plate. Moving up, we first find the bonnet release catch, followed by the boot and fuel tank release catches. There's a small storage area above, as well as the front camera and HUD controls. On top, we find the first air vent. The leather upholstered wheel is next. There are wood inlays at the top and bottom, with controls on the left for the trip display and volume, call and voice options, and on the right for cruise control, lane tracking and front proximity. To start the car, simply depress the start button to the left. Both screens then begin their start sequences. The driver instrument panel is broken up into 3 segments. From the left, water, engine temp, the main digital display with gear to the left, trip and speedo centrally, with driving mode and exterior temp and odometer to the right. Now focusing on the trip display. The first is for current range, then remaining range with an energy monitor coming after that. This would show the distribution of energy if the car was on. Tyre pressure monitor comes after, which is followed by a sway warning. Now moving horizontally, sat-nav comes next, followed by radio and media info, controls for cruise control and lane tracking, messages such as from service schedules next. Finally, we find the large amount of driver assistance controls. There are also controls extending from the top of the instrument cluster. The one to the right adjusts the car's level of traction control. The stalk on the left can be used to adjust the car's driving mode. To the left of this is the analog clock with the 12.3-inch EMV Premium Lexus navigation system further left. This system is the updated infotainment system that comes with the new range including the LC500 and is controlled using the trackpad below. The first option screen is for navigation with manual search options, plus favourites and recent. Next is the DAB, AM and FM radio. Then media for external input, with phone connectivity and App Store after. Info comes after, which provides information regarding fuel usage and electric regeneration. General System Setup is the penultimate option. With climate and seat heating and ventilation controls coming last. To the left of the screen is a newly styled section. As with the rest of the car, it is quite ornate. The area under the screen marks a new stage of Lexus interior design. The air vents with their rubber adjusters are integrated into the flowing lines that run the length of the dash. The buttons below are for air conditioning and ventilation. With small metal buttons for radio, media and change track below. To the left is a metal knob for a more fluid volume and track/station selection. Below is the CD player. The control panel in the central column is next. The gear selector for the 10-stage automatic, that's also shared with the LC500 hybrid, is first. It can be left in auto or placed in manual for gear changes here or at the paddles behind the wheel. To the left of this is a small cap for the dual cup holders. The trackpad that is found in all Lexus models is behind, with direct access controls on top for map, menu and back. The 4 buttons here are for front seat controls, to close the rear blind, EV mode, and to raise the car using the Omotenashi welcome. Behind is a large double-sized leather upholstered armrest that can be unlatched at the side and lifted up to reveal a large illuminated storage compartment with a 12-volt socket, as well as USB and aux connectivity. At the front we find 28-way adjustable heated and ventilated seats, with controls found to the side. The seats have illuminated buckle locks. Now we've finished in the front, we can move to the rear, which has clearly been crafted for optimum luxury and comfort. The door features the same hand-upholstered midsection, but comes with a more ornate speaker surround. Unsurprisingly, entering the rear is very easy, as is reaching out to close the door using the floating effect armrest. The speaker ahead has an extremely ornate design. Ahead, we find the 11.6-inch LCD screens that can support Blu-ray, SD, Wi-Fi, and HDMI connectivity. Below is more easily accessible storage. Here we find the 22-way adjustable ottoman heated and ventilated rear seats with full recline and massage functionality. The smaller middle seat upright and headrest can be pulled down to reveal the ottoman recline, massage and entertainment controls. At the front of this pull-down section is a cover that can be depressed to reveal 2 cup holders. Behind this is the touch control panel for the ottoman seats and entertainment that can be turned on by pressing the home button. Here, audio options are first, where station, input, volume and location can be controlled. To the right, we have climate controls for ambient temperature and seat heating and ventilation. Next are the seat controls, which can only be accessed fully when the engine is running. However, as you see here, there is a very large variety. Firstly, recline options, and then to massage, where the user can choose from individual areas to full body. Each massage option lasts for 15-minute cycles and is produced through air bladders inside the seats. Next are controls for lighting above and the sunshades. Now going into settings, we can find options to turn the screens off and on, as well as brightness and screen lock controls. If we focus back to the ottoman seat settings, we can first take a look at the recline feature. Please note, the seats can go further forward than this, but the front passenger seat was quite far back. As well as full seat recline, individual areas of the seat can also be manipulated, such as the footrests. Behind the control panel is a large storage compartment that houses HDMI, aux and USB inputs. Moving down, we find dual air vents with a DVD and Blu-ray player input below for the rear entertainment system. For a more immersive surround sound experience, 2 speakers have been placed above the rear occupants. Next to these are unfolding illuminated vanity mirrors with 2 reading lights centrally. Now moving back to the front, we can take a look at the car's remaining storage capacity. There is a large glove compartment on the passenger side with a section for the car's handbook. Outside, the boot can be opened by using the button on the inside or by depressing the button on the key. The boot itself has a capacity of 430 litres. And features towing and wheel repair equipment under the boot floor. The boot lid can be closed by utilising the self-close function and secures itself with soft close. Moving back inside, we can take a look at some of the final features in the LS500 Hybrid. Looking up, there's a tinted sunroof with a sliding cover. Ahead of this is a small velvet-lined compartment for sunglasses with reading lights ahead of it. Below is the auto-dimming rear view mirror that produces good visibility. On either side, we find the sun visors with illuminated vanity mirrors. So that concludes my in-depth tour of the model year 2018 Lexus LS 500 Hybrid. Thanks again to Lexus Guildford for providing the car. All their contact details can be found in the description of the video. Please subscribe for the latest content, and until next time, thanks for watching.